Eye do's, wedding optometrists. Get your eyes checked while you're getting married. Two birds with one stone, I guess? I don't know. Presents the Young Southpaw Part of an Hour. Ding! Now, Metallica's Master of Puppets album, you know? I mean, I started thinking, logical question. Who are they talking about? Who is the Master of Puppets? Jim Henson? Frank Oz? Some sort of other wizard, you know? Merlin? I mean, on the cover, you don't see anybody. It's just strings attached to almost invisible hands up in the sky. The invisible hand of economics, you know? Woo! Adam Smith, Robert Smith. I mean, The Cure and Metallica have sold a lot of records. Hands in the air, wave them like you don't care. But I mean, you gotta care to achieve that level of mastery in puppetry, you know? In anything, really. It's weird, though, you know? Cameo's Word Up also came out in 1986. Same year as that album. I mean, how amazing would that have been if Cameo did an actual cameo on Metallica's Master of Puppets? Funk it up, you know? Then there was that whole Genesis video, Land of Confusion, you know, with the Reagans and the members of the band, all as puppets. I mean, whoa! Came out in 86 too! Crazy. On the Invisible Touch album too! Invisible Touch, I mean, that's like the hands in the sky controlling the puppet strings! Were Genesis and Metallica in cahoots? I mean, for what we do not know. Or even dare to tread. I mean, whoo! Is this what In Too Deep was about? And like, I mean, if anything, if Genesis are going to pick a thrash band to secretly work with, it'd have to be Exodus. But like, they had I Can't Dance off that album, We Can't Dance. And, you know, Exodus had The Toxic Waltz. So maybe that's where it all fell through. But then, like, off that album, in 1991, mind you, they had Dreaming While You Sleep. And also 1991, Metallica's Enter Sandman. I can't make this up. Coming together again 5 years later like that. I mean, not 10 years after. That was a different band. But 2 years before Master of Puppets, you know, Depeche Mode put out Master and Servant. And then 2 years after Enter Sandman, Nirvana put out Serve the Servants. Whew! I mean, this is boggling my mind, just boggling it right up. I mean, again, was Metallica like considering an all remix album of that Depeche Mode too? And then we get like Battery and Damage Incorporated? Or maybe they just decided it was the thing that should not be. But then, like, you know, they had Fade to Black off Ride the Lightning. And then the next Depeche Mode album is called Black Celebration. Released 2 weeks after Master of Puppets. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, to predate the KLF, 1986, what the F is going on? Is this like some bizarre game of musical chairs? That, like, Dave Gahan continued well into the Enjoy the Silence video? And I don't want to lose sight of Genesis either, because like the last two songs on Black Celebration are Dressed in Black and New Dress. Really laying it on thick with the dressing, just like a salad, But Dressed in Black clearly states she's dressed in black again. And like in that Genesis song, it's she seems to have an invisible touch. Much like the hands in the sky holding strings might have. Is this a clue as to who this master of puppets might be? That whole Merlin thing, just a red herring, and much like Merlot, So is it Sharon Osbourne, maybe? Metallica opened for Ozzy on that tour? Could it have been Madonna? Papa Don't Preach, With all those crosses in the graveyard like that on the cover? Whitney Houston, maybe, bringing it back to the KLF. Like, how will I know is a perfectly valid question about who is the true puppet master of them all. I mean, just like anything else, the world of puppeteering has to be, full of unscrupulous hacks, trying to claim they're the greatest. Or, like in Getting Jiggy with It, when Will Smith says that Muhammad Ali told him that he was the greatest? What if he's talking about puppets? Got the fever for the flavor of a crowd pleaser? I mean, the Muppets were huge. And I mean, jiggy is the perfect term for puppets. That little dance they do on the strings. I mean, you can't keep them still. Dionne Warwick, Whitney's cousin. She did that version of I'm Your Puppet, that James and Bobby Purify tune. Maybe trying to throw us off the scent. Claiming she's the puppet and not the puppet master, while the exact opposite might be true. I mean, heck, Ms. Warwick did a Bond tune. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. I mean, as we've discussed before. I mean, there must have been puppets with Kiss makeup. I mean, surely Gene Simmons would make those, I mean, they'd sell 1 million. But like, if any puppets actually joined the band Kiss, what would their makeup be? And what would their puppet master's makeup be? Then the Grateful Dead had puppets in that Touch of Grey video. That song came out in 1987, year after the Metallica album. Plenty of time for the beings in those tombs on the cover to be revived as deceased puppets and be grateful for it. Grandmaster Flash. It's like a jungle sometimes. I mean, much more Guns N' Roses than Metallica. Hawkwind had Master of the Universe. I mean, if it's the whole universe, it will include all the puppets in it. And Hawkwind, man, I mean, hawks and wind will definitely destroy the strings attached to those puppets. But you know who it's got to be? Iron Maiden's Eddie. Don't you think? I mean, Metallica got to be referring to the Number of the Beast album cover, right? Where the devil's got a little version of Eddie on strings like a puppet. But then a much bigger Eddie has the devil on strings. I mean, woo! And then Genesis, Iron Maiden had that song Revelations off the next record, Peace of Mind. Maybe trying to calm us down about what was to come. And like to settle, who is the master of puppets, do like all the puppeteers have like a battle royale? And are the puppets involved? I mean, they gotta be. Make it authentic. And like, would Metallica's master challenge Iron Maiden's master to be the true master of puppets? I mean, there are only 4 members of Metallica, but Maiden's now got 6 with the 3 guitarists. And all. Whoa, no, 7, including Eddie, of course. That's like a 4-on-4 half-court game with Maiden having 3 subs. I mean, who's to say they're actually fighting, Basketball game seems much more civilized way to go about it, so we don't injure our favorite bands. Or like a chess match? But I mean, puppets playing chess just seems extraneous, I mean, how are you going to sell tickets to that?